Yeah, everybody, it's your girl Babbzy in the building. You know 246-416, all these area codes. Go and Google them. You understand? I here with my boy Bajan Far Right, Adrian Green. We in the boiler room. This is a H2P media production. You understand? We gone from about here.
What's your mission, Babbzy, then? What would you say your mission is?
My mission is
for your
this.
vlogs?
A, accept responsibility for your life. Too many of us always, well, this man get me pregnant. Well, where was you when the pregnancy was occurring? Like, you was there? Like, you was down in, like, Charo Bridge? Like, where was you? You know what I mean? Like, what do you mean this man got you pregnant and left you? What was your say when he didn't wear a condom? What was your opinion at that point in time? What did you feel? Because if you feel that that man making a choice to not wear a condom automatically means he's going to come and be a father to your child, you're crazy. He probably doesn't even make up his bed. Like, the responsibility that a child is, you're going to put that onus on somebody else to be responsible for? You need to be responsible for that. So if you are a man and you're sleeping with LaShandra from the street corner, and you have no condoms in one day and you decide to go up in her raw, be ready to have your name called and be ready to step up and at least know that you have a child out there that you like, be responsible.
So
that's the mission.
So when you say like hold yourself responsible with your blogs now, any advancement looking forward, how much longer you feel you can be doing your blogs for?
I'm probably gonna blog till about December. And then I'm kind of going to shift over. Right now I'm working on a web series for like third-party vendors like Hulu, Netflix, and them. So it's like about carnival events in the Caribbean. And, you know, Crapover was one of them. Grenada was supposed to be one, but I'm not going. Because of that whole drama, I'm just done. Okay. Nah.
You don't even want to talk about it?
Nah. They're sensitive and they sensitive bullies. So they want to throw words and then it's like you say back the truth. And like yesterday it was like, you know, the unemployment rate. I gave them the stat. They said I'm a liar. I post the stat. And then they're like, why you posting this stuff? But nah, let's pass. We're going to be going to Labor Day, Montreal Reggae Festival, Guyana, Miami Carnival, and then passing through Dominica. So it's going to be 10 segments. And I find now that this whole approach that I've taken is not really beneficial anymore. An approach where you're helping people and you're giving advice to artists and you're doing this. The level of ungratefulness is too high. And it doesn't pay anymore. It doesn't pay because it feels bad.
He's transitioning away from the vlogging then?
Yeah, from that kind of vlogging thing. Because it hurts my emotions to know that I bent over backwards for a nation and then their nation is going to attack me on a lie and act like it's not a big deal after everything that I've done. And then it's like you highlight what you've done and you're reproaching them and I'm done. I just feel like it's time now to just let people do what they want to do. And let me now go to the levels that I want to go to because I've stayed back. Kevin can tell you, I should be on CNN right now. Real talk. That's not even a lie. I'm not making that up. But I've stayed back because I wanted to bring people with me to get to that next level. And these are the same people fighting me. And I can swim. And they can't.
But if you that strong, you really think that you showing your fans that, yo, look, you know what? I know Babbzy. Babbzy, quick, some of your fans gonna look at it like, yo, what? You don't let these people get you to that point where it make you say, well, like, yo, I done with blogging. You could still do like the one-off blog or whatever the case is.
Right. But I look at the big, huge, heavyweight bloggers, right? And what they are doing is not what I'm doing. So I'm not saying I'm going to do the same thing as them, but the approach that I'm taking to what I'm doing, they're doing something totally different, which I could do and capitalize as well. The approach that I've been taking of this united we, it's not gonna work. Not where we are in society now.
When you say we, who you mean?
The Caribbean.
You think we're not united as a Caribbean
No,
people?
we never will be.
Never will be?
No,
You know what I'm happening?
never.
Whoa. I mean,
That's a strong
There is
prediction.
too much hatred amongst the islands. There's too much stereotypes that each island has of another island. You know, Mairi gets something happen in Barbados, and then it's like Jamaicans are like Bajans hate Jamaicans, and then the hatred is too much. We could have gotten there in the 80s and 90s when that whole Bob Marley One Love spirit was still around. The hatred is too strong right now for us to ever unite. It'll never happen. Never.
What's interesting to me is your appeal outside of the region, though. The fact that you have fans from Bangladesh
Right.
and places like that. What do you attribute that to?
I attribute it to the relatability of what I'm discussing. So domestic abuse is not Bajan. It's a worldwide issue, right? Oppression, it's not Bajan. It's a worldwide issue. And one thing that people don't realize outside of the Caribbean, how much outsiders love us. I think if people honestly knew the amount of like Australian fans from New Zealand that I have that are white people that
that
are
was
like
a jump me, yeah. When you get white people to follow you, like,
and they have no ties to the Caribbean, but they wanted to visit Barbados and they Googled that and I came up and then they thought I was funny and I have white fans.
They understand you?
Yes.
When you cursing too?
Watch this now. I'm sure you want
They do.
I can jump
Even when you cursing?
Yeah.
You remember that guy that I had about a couple of years ago? He was in the Independence Square in the thing, a Buddha. He was in the newspaper, he was in the Nation. He was spraying and making tea and stuff like that.
I don't remember that.
You know how we learn Bajan? By watching my blog.
Yeah.
I cannot believe that. I hear this boy tell me, yo, they got this man that looking for you, a white man. I'm like, a white man?
Yeah.
Yo, I swear to God, like, I could bring him on show the next day. The man learn how Bajan by listening to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That must be interesting to hear.
Like he's look at me like I'm like this
Yep.
white dude looking at me like yo.
How?
So he used to come up to Bajans by the street and say, how do you ask? What are you doing?
But how-
No,
why-
no,
why-
you don't
but
do
why do
like
you find that
But
confusing?
like you say, huh?
How do you find that confusing when Vibes Cartel could go to Japan?
No,
and
no,
they
no,
know-
no, I don't find that
No,
confusing.
but you know what I mean, or interesting.
No, because I with you, you know, the argument that a lot of people make is, if you want Caribbean music or Bajan music to make it overseas, you have to speak so that people can understand. And I'm like, come on, man, Vibes Cartel got fans all over the world in raw, rank Jamaican. So I understand what you're saying.
The music is an issue now. It's not necessarily the dialect; it's the speed.
Listen, I listen to music in languages I don't understand.
Right.
In Spanish, I don't speak
Right.
Spanish. In French.
Right.
In Arabic.
We were listening to Ghanaian gospel on the way here.
All right, then.
But for soca though, the speed is the issue. It's the speed. So if you have 160 BPMs, Bajans can handle that.
Right.
Like Chantel from New Zealand cannot handle that. Her waistline is
Music
not
too fast.
trained.
So about that white boy that you got on you
But
Instagram,
what
that
I'm
white
trying to
boy
show
walking
you.
up.
They're coming out now. They're coming out and they want to integrate. There's a DJ in New York. He's a Russian guy, and he follows me. He can tell you, he can talk in Beijing. Tallest Ben is a white guy from Toronto, and he'll be like, yeah, so I'm just gonna go and visit Italy, Gobland, and he's white. He's a white man, and he talks in Beijing, but he will be like, my Gobland. He doesn't do it with the accent and the theatrics. He'll be like, yeah, I'm gonna just go check out Italy, Gobland, and then I'm gonna pass through your ass. So like calm like that, right? But he talks Beijing. Jamaican people that follow me, I watch their statuses. They be like, yo, next time Light and Power come out of a blood clot place, I got raw. So that that's like, you need to see how infectious it really is.
But even talking to Jamaicans when we was living in New York, Jamaicans just freak out. They'd be like they were coming there, there was a barber and saying they were coming in the barber shop or whatever, and they were like, yeah, boy, want my ass so
Yeah.
I was
Yeah.
like, what?
Yeah.
Dude, you even sound what? You sound like a crippled bitch. You know
Right,
even talking
right,
that here,
right,
big
right.
man. He's like,
Because
I'm like, yo,
one thing
wrong with
people
you?
like to do is look worldly. So they like to want you to know. If they're from Spain, they want you to know that they know. Don't you know us Bajans will do that? I live in Toronto, and I'll be like, hey, what's going on? And Babbzy, I know Ontario good, you know. I'll be like, Ontario is the huge parish province. Okay, let me see how good. You know, I went to a McDonald's on Shepherd. Like, they want me to know they've been to Toronto. That I'm naming places so you know this is proof I've been there. Like, I'm traveled. I'm Bajan that's travel. I've been to Toronto. Like, let me just let you know that I've been there. And that's how the world is. They want you to know, like, yeah, I've been to, like, Guyanese gravitate to me because I'm like, yeah, well, when I go to Regent Street, I go shop in the arcade. Guyanese followers are probably like Kadooment Day. I was live on Kadooment Day, and Guyanese people on the road are running up to me, and they're like, when you come down in Bartica, and because I can tell them where I went when I was in Guyana, and they appreciate the fact that I can at least name 2 roads in Guyana, 2 roads in Trinidad. So that's where the love comes from. But we're so much alike. We all go through the same struggle.
That's why I don't understand why we can't get along. It's so, like, it used to be fun to me, like, don't worry, I got a brother in New York. They got run there worrying for real. He's like a brother to me. Man, this youth work side by side in New York. And never once in over 12 years of working alongside one another had an argument. Never. Just on me and your relationship with me, he was like, I mean, one of the coolest Jamaicans I know. And like, I would say something in Beijing. And he would laugh. I was like, what you, yo, I laughing, big man, serious. And I'm like, nah, what you just say? What it mean? Yeah. So then he would, I would tell you what it mean. Like, oh. So sometimes if I tell somebody something you know, in Beijing, you will see he laugh. And I'm like, and I don't want to laugh because he know what I say. He's like, no, don't say, don't say. And then as I say, he would start to laugh. But he would understand. And I'm like, they would ask, like, one day, we know, say, yo, me don't know.
Yeah.
Me don't know. Right like that, but then, no, here's the thing. He will also teach me things that, like, Jamaicans, they say. Like, one time, I was talking, and a Jamaican man was giving me heat, and he was like, yo, tell me. I was like, yo, Bertie, you can't call me your boss and self. Now, to Bajans, see, that's so ordinary. You know what Gordies is? That's what it is. Boston is Gordies in Jamaica.
But this,
I was like, yo,
but this,
listen,
funny. This is what started the beef with the Grenadians. Because the person cussing me, and I said, man, you must be down there barefoot, hungry, goblin. The next morning I get up. You see, he laughed, like, because that's a Bajan term, right? But they take that real personal in Grenada. They were like, Babbzy said Grenadians barefoot and hungry. Right. And they were very upset about that. But that's a slang in Bajan.
Cultural difference.
But that's it. That's what terrible. That's what mainly I start the Barbados because I know my culture. Ever tell you, yo, when I do want to be a Johnny's, I ain't saying that one is Johnny's. I say the action that one is Johnny's. Bajans don't understand that. But if I tell you, a Jamaican, meaning Bambacroft and Johnny is the same thing.
Right.
Ever tell them, yo, when there's a bunch of Bambacroft, I can't find a way how to use that word to tell them because I don't know how they would use it in that case.
And they would be offended if you use that term
in
to
the
them.
wrong way.
Because culturally, everybody feels like once an outsider starts talking about them, they just get mad. And what I was trying to highlight recently is that Bajans no longer get angry because we have Rihanna. And because Rihanna is talked about so much, we've passed that phase of getting, blindly patriotic when something happens, right? Because we know, man, they can say Rihanna pregnant. Yeah. Man, they can say she got this Irish man. They can say she got a man from Iran. We so used to that, right? But when I'm explaining that to these other places that don't have a Rihanna, they're like, man, she's just trying to show off because who cares about Rihanna? She ain't even had a hit since, like, they just interpret everything wrong. And it's like, you're trying to explain something to them and it's like...
But not everybody, though.
Not everybody,
There must be some who understood and appreciated. But like you said, the naysayers are always more vocal than
it takes
supporters.
Time. Like, so Trinidadian people. Trinidadian people, you post their news, they will come in, they will dialogue, they will maybe sometimes get political, start throwing political party names and thing in there. But for the most part, if the newspaper printed it and then I repost it, we're having a discussion. Trinidadians know they have a crime problem. But the average Trinidadian is not a crime strategist that would be able to eradicate crime in their nation. That is something that the leaders have to do. But how do you get the leaders to adhere to what they're supposed to do as a citizen? And that is where they are. So they're in this entanglement, like, save us, help us, but you're not doing it right. Fix this, right? Now, so they don't normally get mad when you post something about them. Jamaican people will get upset. If you start to post certain things, they'll get angry. But what happens is other Jamaican people will come in and be like, far right, cool yourself, man. Yo, was she a talk of the truth? Loud that, right? So then you have other nations that the minute you just call their name, they're just like blah 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 blah, and it's just like.
So you see, so in your vlog and the comments, you see different personalities
Yes.
for nations coming out.
Every nation has a different personality.
Like that shit with that story you did with Vegas.
Right.
When you came with Vegas.
Right. They were mad at first, right? Yeah. But then they realized now that they've been following me, Babbzy doesn't just say things for attention. I know how to get attention. You want me to get 1 million followers tomorrow? I go on my head naked and pat my crutch on a live vlog. I will have 1 million followers.
I don't think you have to do that. I don't think you have to give me that one.
But people act like this whole followers thing is some difficult thing to attain. No, it's not. It's difficult to attain the endorsements, the sponsorship, the corporate side. You can have 1 million followers and be wrecked and hungry. And you could have 5,000 followers. Look at Lincoln Blaze. Lincoln Blaze is a Bajan Canadian typing blogger. He writes for Teen Vogue. He writes for Ebony Magazine. He doesn't have 500,000 followers. He's verified on Twitter. He has like decent numbers, but he doesn't have the most number. Like he's not the largest person. But if Teen Vogue if he's an editor for Teen Vogue and he's an editor for Ebony, and Twitter's verifying him, he's doing something right.